All right, can you give me a test?
Test. As an educator, what I appreciate most about the oil and gas industry is how willing they are to come in and support my students in my classroom. I'm Hannah VanScotter, and I currently teach the energy pathway for Carlsbad High School. This is my 10th year teaching. I'm endorsed in math and science. I also am from industry, so my background is in geology, and I worked on drilling rigs before transitioning into teaching. So I really do see the benefits of industry and education. And there's a lot of things that we take for granted in our life that come directly from the petroleum industry. It's not just about putting, gas in your vehicle. It's in medical supplies, it's in building supplies, it's in our phones, it's in our shoes, it's in our clothes. There's so many different applications to hydrocarbon products. Course 1 is Foundations of Energy and Natural Resource Management. They learn about electric motors. They learn lots of different skills on our industry grade trainers supplied through Festo. They also learn how centrifugal pumps work. We really focus on problem solving and troubleshooting. And our next project will be on where to drill. So they're going to learn all the geology and geophysics behind how we find reservoirs of gas and oil, and then they will be selecting a spot where they want to drill for oil within the Permian Basin. And then the last project in course 1 is building a well plan. So they'll actually go through the permitting process. They will have to fill out an actual application through BLM to have a permit to drill. So they'll learn all about that. Mineral rights, land rights. So then moving into course 2, students take their well plan from the end of course 1, and they actually go through drilling and completing a well. So they learn about hydraulic fracturing. They have to keep track of their AFE, which is an authorization for expenditures. So they really learn about the process of drilling and then also completing the well. So we focus on hydraulic fracturing and really dispel those misconceptions about hydraulic fracturing. So they're going to learn about pipelines, how we transport liquid natural gas and petroleum products. We'll have a focus on renewable energy and how renewables are used by the oil and gas industry themselves as well. And then the last project will be building a safety plan. The students have to learn how to work with other people. They have to learn project management. Each project has an authentic task that's tied to industry. My students are collaborating with industry professionals and industry partners. We'll have guest speakers that come in for different projects, different parts of the project. We've had demonstrations where industry has brought in pumps from industry, different types, talked about them. We've had industry come in as an authentic audience. So at the end of a project, students will present their final project to them. We've gone on field trips. Prior to teaching CTE, I was a math and science teacher, and it is a little more difficult to get students engaged. But this is next level real world authenticity, so students are engaged right away. They also know several of our industry partners who have come back time and time again. I'm really passionate about always including a math and science lesson in the projects, and so that's probably the biggest win for me as an educator. Is I feel like sometimes I'm tricking them into doing math, but when I tell them, or an industry partner tells them, you really have to understand the hydrostatic pressure equation because I use this every single day, then you get that buy-in and that engagement from the student because they know that they're going to use it in a real application later on. I feel immensely blessed by industry and the support that I've received in starting the energy pathway. In our area, in my program specifically, it would not be possible without the oil and gas industry. It's really an opportunity for students to have highly paid, sustainable job when they graduate. And I see it as an opportunity for my students that they wouldn't have otherwise.